I can't help but get frustrated. I've now got to calm my nerves down, calm myself down before I go into the team, try and be all motivational. I just think it's a blatant lack of respect for our business. You know, sometimes things are just not good enough. You get frustrated. If you're a business owner, I'm sure you're going to resonate with this video, especially if you've got team members and you're like, why can't things be done as good as I want them to be done? Why can't we get to that level of outstandingness that we as business owners want in our gut? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you some of the frustrations that I have when I go around all the different facets of our business. This is another day in the life, and a frustrating one at times. When are we moving these hay bales? Got quite a lot of repair work to do in there, haven't we, as well? How much have we spent already? People still get confused of how to get in here, don't they? So we can, I just can't, this looks horrible, doesn't it? Oh, did these bushes not make it? They're still alive?
They will come back.
And like they're missing that. So I'm sure if he went to that one, there's too much slack in them. So you got that down for him to do, Trace? And paint the tops where they're yellow, black, trim all the cable ties. Like all this, it's just isn't it? I think we should fence that. It's not the first thing you see, it looks a bit naff, doesn't it? I always think it looks a bit like, it's not a very good sense of arrival, is it? Just need to make this look amazing. Like this is the first thing you see in it, and you think, oh, I see a scrappy old wires and a dodgy fence. It's just isn't it? I need to make it look really good. This as well is dodge. What can we, so you got that, Trace. We need to not have dead flowers that people see. Who's in charge of this? But we need to say to her, don't put stuff in that does that, because it's all year round, isn't it? We need something, we need like, to look good. I don't know what it is, like, something like that, I don't know. You know, one of them like little statues, or, you know, like when you go to a restaurant, you like, the entrance should be, this is interesting, and this is, we need to make this. This is, yeah, people are excited, this is the first thing they see, and what are we doing about these fellas? What's happening to these things? And that fence area there, what does it need to be really good? So should we say to him, look, we've got a £50,000 budget to make it better. Tony Tarmac, that put him on his list to come and finish that off, or can we do that bit? Change that to Marsh Farm?
No, well, keep that and have just Marsh Farm.
Yeah. Remove cable ties on front of bus. What's it going to cost? £2,000 to put padding in here. People will absolutely go, that's great. Like, get rid of them things at the back. Get that on the list, Trace. The stupid bloody fairy lights that just look like they can't be bothered to be here. This is the next Tony Tarmac job I'd like to get done. Mate, are these the go-karts from Ipswich? What is all this in here then? It's time to do maintenance, and maintenance costs money. Walked around Marsh Farm, we spent hundreds of thousands of pounds, theoretically, on improvements that we want to do. Look, see this down here, I don't even get this on camera, like we've dug up this to put cables into there so that we can get electronic tills and a coffee machine. It's just another £1,000 to get that done when you've hired the machine, the labour and the blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm talking about buying our own digger, dumper, roller, just so we can remove all those higher costs, and we've got it at our beck and call to improve the business. New signage, I don't know if you know, print all our own signage in-house if you're a regular viewer. So yeah, we've just been going around saying, yeah, come on, let's step up, let's improve. It's not just about the big capex things. We've got planning permission to build a massive dinosaur park sort of over at the back of all of our buildings. I want to make sure we're keeping on top of all the general. It's a big thing. We just walked around our golf course, £60,000 just to refurbish it, to keep it up to standard so that when customers use it, oh, this is good. 3 hours we spent doing this, and we've probably done 20% of the park, so we're going to carry again on Monday. Tracy's writing it all down so we can have it minuted, so we action to all the team so that everyone knows what they've got to do, and I know what text I've got to sign. Right, it's February, but we're already talking about our Christmas event. Those of you that have watched me on YouTube, you know that we run some amazing Christmas events, and I want to step up the gear. I want to innovate it even further so we're the market leaders for the Father Christmas experience. And I want more magic to be in there. Now, I used to be a kids entertainer. That's how I built this business. And I used this guy called Scott Penrose. He's got a wonderful brain for magic, and he's going to help us develop the magic tricks that we're doing, because I just want it to be amazingly magical. I've been doing magic for years, and so with his help, we're going to step it up just a little bit further. So this is a knife board. You throw knives at a balloon with a member of the audience, but that's all comedy, and then you actually do a proper knife. I don't want to use knives, so I've asked Scott to turn it into arrows, because I just don't really think knives are great for families. And have you ever been anywhere where you've got a little fella here and a bloke over there and a big load of flowers up there? So Crimbo in February, obviously. Ad's going to do the script and the music to it so it all flows. So the first show is Elf Academy. So we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to say, Scott, what do you think we should do Aaron, who's our MD, wants some wow magic in there. We want it to be funny. We want it to be Panto-esque. We want to fix and mend some toys. That definitely has to happen because that's what elves do. So some broken toys, then they're made great. The Naughty and Nice book. So we want it to be blank, but then have some words in it. So most people know how a colouring book works. So if you can come up with something better than that. So we're going to show up and say, look, kids, don't worry, you're all on the nice list, but actually there's no names in there. So they want to open it up and go, oh no, all the names have gone. Can everyone write their name in the air, throw it at the book? Something like that. Maybe one other.
Well, we were thinking...
Like an appearance thing, something that the kids really easily, oh my God, that's wow. And I think we let your brain... Maybe, yeah. I mean, if we can make an elf appear. They used to always get a magic wand to take home, but this year they're getting a jingle stick. Same thing as a magic wand, but it's got bells on the end, which they then use in his show. But they'd be really good if we can come up with a trick to make them appear. So if there was a box with nothing in and then the jingle wands are there, maybe they could do some music. Still not there. Because Scott kept saying that nothing's more wow than revealing a person. And I was like, it doesn't make sense to reveal a person at Christmas. And I know what he means, but I couldn't, but that, revealing a gingerbread man is the right thing because that's all part of the script, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here's a fact for you. My business sells £1.5 million worth of bakery products, cakes, cookies, donuts, etc., etc. And we've been buying all that in. And as regular viewers of my YouTube channel will know, we're in-house people. We want to make all that stuff ourselves. We want to use the Rossi brand to be stamped over it. We want to make our own donuts, our own bread. So we've come to this bakery here in this sort of warehouse in London to look at the machinery that's needed to do that. It's about £100,000 investment for us to go and do that. We need new ovens, donut making machine, donut making icing machines. We're going to make sourdoughs, French sticks, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to put all of that into our leisure attraction as well. So we've met this lovely man called Dom, and he's going to show us around. He's the seller, typical salesman. Why are we doing this? Because it's £1.5 million we're selling. We're spending about 800 grand on the products, and I believe we can bring our margins and cash flow back in-house into Rossi so that we increase our profitability and crucially have control over the quality of the product. So that's what's going on. Let's go and have a look.
Welcome aboard.
Hello.
Hi.
We're starving. We haven't eaten anything, so we've come to the right place.
Absolutely. So this is the donut fryer.
Oh wow, is that?
It's a 6-lane. It is the simplest thing in history.
And how often do you have to change the oil?
Every 2 weeks. That's what it is.
So each one of them is, but it's like pence, that, isn't it? It's the bit that comes next.
It's the
filling
top.
that
Yeah.
makes the
Top
donut.
of the bell.
So I thought that would have been a bit more automated than, did you? They look bloody good. I'm so hungry. It's a joke. Oh,
Well, I guess.
that's great, fantastic.
I'm going to eat when they do.
Right, we've just been around the factory and we've been chatting to Don Collione of Donuts, the man that sells all the products. About £100,000 we need to invest in all this equipment, but I think we're going to recoup that money very quickly because the margins that we're going to increase, say we're making a 45-50% GP, we could go up to 70-75% gross profit. Now obviously we're going to have overheads on that, more electric, depreciation on the equipment. I absolutely understand all that stuff, but it's the controls, it's just going to be fantastic. And the whole story of saying that we make all the stuff ourselves, it's good for the Rossi brand. I love doing things in-house, really excited about it. And actually, I don't think it's as complicated as I first thought. Ad, who's been heading this up with us, a qualified chef. You think you can do all this, Ad, don't you?
Like making it all automated will make it a lot more easier to do in-house.
One of the things Ad really pointed out earlier, which I cemented my brain with the idea of this being a great investment. We had Storm Janice a few weeks ago and we had to throw all the stock away because we have to pre-order everything because we don't make it ourselves. That just has to go in the bin. But actually, when we're making it all ourselves, we can be much more reactive to the weather. A big chunk of the Rossi business is all weather dependent. With ice cream, it doesn't really matter because it's got a 2-year shelf life. You can just store it in a freezer if you have a rainy weekend. Not really a problem. But with bread products, cakes, bakery, it's very, very weather dependent, especially in the touristed locations that we're based. So I like that. That could be a massive cost saving for us. Yeah, it could save us 40-50 grand a year on last minute stuff. But also, when it's really busy, we can turn the taps on and make more if we haven't pre-ordered. So it's good for cash flow, good for quality, good for brand, and good for saving money, good for making more money. I'm very happy about it. So gang, if you're loving this video and you're thinking you're picking up some stuff from all my teachings and all the stuff that I get up to in my business, I'm running a 2-day meetup in London for all my YouTube viewers. It's going to be in September. It's going to be amazing. It's called the Business Masterclass. Tickets are only a few £100. I'm going to teach you for 2 days all the best stuff I know about businesses. Great value for money, a couple of £100 in London, meeting loads of other entrepreneurs. I'll teach you about buying companies, property investment, how to raise finance, how to get the most out of your team, and how to build a commercially profitable enterprise. I cannot wait to see you at Business Masterclass. Here's the link for where you can buy the tickets, or there's a link in the video description. It's James Sinclair, bmc.net. See you at Business Masterclass. You're going to love it. We are off to Peterborough today. Got a couple of meetings. Meeting number one is I met a very good friend of mine, my boss, been one of my mentors in the leisure industry. And I think he's galloping close to 70 and he's still going strong. Great entrepreneur, very frugal, probably the most frugal man that I've ever met. Unbelievable amounts of frugality in running his business, and he's always been profitable. Used to be a bank manager for Abbey National, if any of you can remember that. And I'm going to be discussing whether we could potentially put a day nursery in his leisure business. Next then I'm meeting Rob Moore, who's very big on the internet in the entrepreneurship space. So we're going to do an interview with him on our Confronting series. We confront people that say they're millionaires and we question them. So make sure you go and check the Confronting series out on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen it. Question number one, are you a millionaire?
Yes.
How much are you worth?
Why would I answer that?
Well, I want to know. I think everyone that's watching this wants to know. This is my business plan. What do you think, Rob? What about brick and mortar businesses? You ever thought, yeah, I'd like to own a hotel? Or out and about day is really important for me as a business owner, especially seeing other business owners. Today I've been to 3 play centres that I don't own, and also selling our products and services, Teddy-tastic, our sand, our business and ice cream. They're all in the same business as me. They watch my content, they read my books, they know what I'm about. So I've got customers, seeing what they're doing, chewing the fat. And one of my best friends, Mike Boyle, he's 70 years old and he's a great business owner, very frugal, and understanding the challenges he's facing in his business is really good. Go and see people because you learn so much. But I'm also selling when I go and see people because, you know, if I've got products and services and increase the growth of our business, then I've got to do it. And I've just passed on those leads to our sales team, following up. One of my top tips as well, when you see people, as soon as I leave, I send them a text message. So the lovely Cat from Big Sky today, I just went, great to see you today, lovely site, and you're fantastic, magic for yours, James Sinclair. So, you know, multiple touch points, and I'm going to send them from free samples in the post. And that's one of the best things the business owner should be doing, is always focusing on getting customers. Way too many business owners spend most of their time in operations. You've got to get out, got to get about, got to be proactive in your approach in growing your business. Right, we're off to Party Man World Cambridge now. Surprise visit. A surprise on the team there. So I'm going to see how the operations are, see what they're doing. They don't know I'm coming. I find that's also another smart thing to do. Right. So this is Party Man World Cambridge. This is a site that got burnt down. We had 3 people come in here. They broke in and they set up 3 separate fires. It blew up. It was a disaster. We do things like that. Why have we got chairs sitting on top of bins? Just looks so messy. Just gets on my nerves, things like that. I'm going to send that to the managers. So what frustrates me, gang, is that our nursery parents see this utter mess. I can't help but get frustrated. I've now got to calm my nerves down, calm myself down before I go into the team, try and be all motivational. I just think it's a blatant lack of respect for our business. I'm really cross. Right, and I've got to get myself back into a positive mindset. I suppose they're going to see it on video, but I actually don't care that they know I'm cross about it, because I don't want to ever see that again. Hello. Hey guys.
Hi.
When I go to sites, I see that sign that's flapping down there like that. I've got to feed that back, and there's some straight signs, like signs wonky. Got constant. Look, see, there's a sign over here that's flapping down. Things like that just got to be on all the time. All the COVID excuses are gone now, gang. We're not having all this. Oh, it's COVID. We got standards back to normal. Be the best in class. That's what we want to be about. Party rooms need a bit of a decorate. How's things going?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Oh, so what have you got? 2 staff there. 2 staff. How many staff have you got?
These 2 have just turned up because we've got tea parties this
Fine.
afternoon.
Hey mate, nice to meet you. Hello. Got a flower wall. Our MD Aaron, I'll put a little picture of him here. Literally loves this. Hashtag PartyManWorld. I might just. Hi, darling.
You right?
How's things going? Staffing a bit better?
Yeah.
Still looking tidy in here. It's good. And you're still getting inquiries and stuff.
I've had 5 show rounds today.
That's amazing, isn't it? Hello, lovely to meet
Yeah,
you.
you.
Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Need that door repaired, don't you? All right, darling. Well, I'll leave you to it. Have a lovely weekend. Well, there we are. That's Twizzletop's nursery in Cambridge. This is our newest nursery. Going like gangbusters. We just invoiced £44,000 for March. It's barely a year old, but it's a great team, brilliant management team here. Still got some things like, we just need to get our maintenance team to like fill in all the holes and paint all the doors. It's only a bloody year old. It's like a new pin in it already looks. And remind people about, we don't really like this homemade signs. We want it to be properly done, or not at all. See, like this is properly done. But when we opened, we put these proper clip frames on. You know, that's how it's got to be. Not a fan of homemade stuff. We'll get there. We've just got to reinforce over the last 2 years because of COVID. We've been a bit lax on that stuff, but we've got to get it going. I'll tell you another thing I hate. Look at this. Come with me. This banner here. Someone's put the banner up. Fine, put the banner up. But look, flappy cable ties. They need to be trimmed nice and neatly. Got to feed it in. We've got like this WhatsApp group, or cello I think it's called, not the instrument, where we put all the stuff for people to follow in on through. Hello, darling. Yeah, good, just coming for a look around. 8 parties tomorrow, boom. Good, good, good. The big opera's Miranda here is to get our products into our venues. Seeing Rossi here at Party Man World, just inspirational. Oh, it just makes me so happy that this business is supporting Rossi and Rossi's supporting our other business. Do you want a flake? I have massive aspirations of being Mr. In-House. I want that culture feeding for our business. You know, we're making our own ice cream. You know, we're not buying from that big company that begins with W, starts with W and ends in alls. No one, you know the one I mean, don't you? But our play areas, I want to maintain them all ourselves. This little step here started fraying like these other steps. Now, let me give you a context that. To take that off, put it on a pallet, send it to a play area repairer, that's like an 800, maybe even £1,000 day out. So we bought our own commercial sewing machine, employed a seamstress in-house, and we're now repairing all this stuff when we close. So we unscrew that, repair it, saving ourselves a load of money. Our customers are noticing the improvements all the time, making our own ice cream, repairing our own play areas. That's a lick I like. If you loved this day in the life video, then you've got to check this one out. This is a video where I attempt to save a 100-year-old ice cream company. Go on, give it a click.